The decryption carried out by specialists from the Russian Federation Special Services of the memory content of the navigation controllers and data from the unmanned aerial vehicles unequivocally and precisely confirmed that the target of the attack was the complex of buildings of the residence of the President of the Russian Federation in the Novgorod region.
Russia hands over evidence of Ukraine's drone strike targeting Putin's residence in Novgorod to U.S. After the CIA's rejection, Russia exposes Ukraine's decrypted flight data plan. Head of Russia's military intelligence agency handed the U.S. military attaché a key component from Ukrainian drone debris. A showdown is expected between Russia and the U.S. after the CIA denied Ukraine's role in the assassination bid of Vladimir Putin, as claimed by Moscow. Russian authorities have now handed over physical proof of Ukraine's role in the recent drone strike that targeted Putin's residence in Novgorod on December 29th. A senior Russian military chief handed to a U.S. military attaché part of a Ukrainian drone containing data and the target. A video posted on the Russian Defense Ministry's Telegram channel showed Admiral Igor Kostyukov, head of the main directorate of the General Staff of Russia's Armed Forces, handing to the U.S. attaché the controlling mechanism of a drone found among downed fragments. As per Russia, the controlling mechanism had decrypted flight plan data. The description shows that the drone's ultimate target was a specific facility within Putin's Novgorod residence.
I invited you here on an important matter. We wish to inform you. We found fragments of unmanned aerial vehicles that carried out this attack. In several of these unmanned aerial vehicles, the navigation systems were well preserved. They are technically sound and fully operational. The decryption carried out by specialists from the Russian Federation Special Services of the memory content of the navigation controllers and data from the unmanned aerial vehicles unequivocally and precisely confirmed that the target of the attack was the complex of buildings of the residence of the President of the Russian Federation in the Novgorod region. We want to hand over to you the controller and this description prepared by our specialists. We believe this step will resolve all questions and help establish the truth.
The description shows that the drone's ultimate target was a specific facility within Putin's Novgorod residence. The footage showed a destroyed drone with a chip installed on it, as well as a small piece of a box wrapped in golden material. The Russian military said Ukraine had launched drones from 4 separate regions in a coordinated and deeply planned operation.
They were head of this particular drone, which has a high explosive charge weighing 6 kilograms. Due to the impact on its tail section, this unmanned aerial vehicle remained completely intact. This is the rare, truly unique instance where we're dealing with an unexploded warhead which is packed full of high explosive elements weighing a total of 6 kilograms.
The strike against our adversaries, as clearly depicted on the map presented here, was carried out from several directions, towards the residence of the Russian president, over the territories of the Bryansk, Smolensk, Tver, and Novgorod regions, utilizing 91 unmanned aerial vehicles. I draw your attention to this map where the successful destruction of Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles is clearly marked. The organization of the strike, the quantity of aerial assault weapons deployed, and their coordinated actions from the southern, southwestern, and western directions directly into the vicinity of the Russian president's residence in the Novgorod region unequivocally confirms that the Kyiv regime's terrorist attack was a deliberate, meticulously planned, and echeloned operation.
Russia said Ukrainian forces had tried to strike Putin's residence in Novgorod in Russia's north with 91 long-range attack drones, a charge vehemently denied by Ukraine and Western officials. The timing could not be more volatile. Ukraine's drone strike cast a shadow on peace talks as it comes amid ongoing talks between Trump and Russia and Ukraine for the settlement of the ongoing raging war. Moscow now said it would review its negotiating position in ongoing talks with the U.S. This comes after the Wall Street Journal reported that U.S. national security officials had concluded Ukraine did not target Putin or any presidential residence.
This is not just another Russia-Ukraine battlefield claim. This is about power, perception, and a possible bigger game plan. For the second time in 4 days, the Kremlin is suggesting that Vladimir Putin himself was nearly assassinated. But according to the United States top intelligence agency, there is no evidence it's true. Let's break this down. Earlier this week, Russia claimed that Ukrainian drones attempted to strike a residence used by President Vladimir Putin in northwestern Russia, near Valdai, a heavily secured area long associated with the Russian leader. The allegation was explosive. An attempted strike on Putin's home would represent a dramatic escalation, one that could reshape the war in Ukraine overnight. And the claim didn't just stay in Moscow. President Donald Trump told reporters that Vladimir Putin personally relayed the story to him during a phone call on Monday. Trump appeared to accept the account at face value. "I don't like it. It's not good," he said. He described himself as very angry after hearing what Putin claimed had occurred. Trump did acknowledge uncertainty, saying it was possible the allegation was false, but then he added this. But President Putin told me this morning it did.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning. You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. It's no good. It's no good. Don't forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that. Because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive, because they were offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that, and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it. What? Well, it came out. Well, we'll find out. I mean, you're saying maybe the attack didn't take place. It's possible too, I guess, but President Putin told me this morning it did.
At that moment, the narrative was set. Ukraine, according to Russia, had crossed a red line, targeting the Russian president himself. Except, U.S. intelligence didn't agree. On Wednesday, CIA Director John Ratcliffe briefed U.S. President Trump with a very different assessment. The CIA does not believe Ukraine was targeting a residence used by Vladimir Putin. In fact, according to U.S. officials familiar with the briefing, the agency does not believe the alleged attack happened as Russia described it, if it happened at all. That assessment directly undercuts the Kremlin's claim, and it appears to have shifted the tone inside the White House. Later that same day, President Trump shared a New York Post editorial on Truth Social with a striking headline. Putin attack bluster shows Russia is the one standing in the way of peace. It pointed out the irony of Putin, who has waged a brutal war for nearly 4 years, suddenly expressing outrage over alleged violence near him. But then came the key line: the drone strike likely never happened. The editorial cited several points. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky flatly denied any such attack.